Going on?
Hello, everybody. What's up?
Welcome to the fourth edition of the Ultra Bros.
This is not the fourth one, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How can we but third then?
Ish. Uh, this is the fourth edition. In order to advertise the fourth one, he put the third one, so you can get caught up to speed. So you haven't seen the third one, go watch that one also.
It's changed now.
Alex, so how far did you run today?
8 miles. I had I had an hour-long run with 4 miles at 7:50 minute mile pace. It's an easy week, recovery week.
Oh.
Like 4-week cycles, so I don't burn out before 100 miles in September.
What's your training gonna look like? How do you build up and stuff like that? Like,
So um, the way that my coach programs it, he does. I mean, it's basically like a weightlifting program as well, where you start off with a semi-hard week, then a harder week, and then finish off with a pretty tough week, and then every fourth week is like an easy week. So this week I probably only be doing like 20 to 30 miles tops. I think about 30 miles is my top out this week, and probably less because I haven't ran the last 2 days. Work's been really hard. I've been working really late, so haven't had a chance to run. But I was supposed to do hills yesterday, and the day before that was an easy day. So, and then I think this weekend is like 15 miles on Saturday and an hour on Sunday. So, easy.
that's not too bad. So like you do 3 weeks on, and then a week easy, and then 3 weeks on, a week easy.
Yep. And then my weightlifting does the same thing. So I do 3 weeks build up, and then an easier week at the gym.
When will be your peak, like for training for your 100 miler?
I mean, she'll probably pick me like 2 or 3 times, probably twice before. Like, I'll peak probably 3 weeks out of the race or 2 weeks out before the race in September, and then, but she'll probably peak me out maybe once or twice before then with a long race, like a 50 miler or a 60K, one of those two, or a 40-mile race.
And those races will just be like training, like long training run races kind of thing. They're
No,
not
those will be try to win.
well, obviously, but like those are not like you're not gonna like taper down for those.
Uh, no, usually, I mean, sometimes she'll do like a 1 week taper where I'll do like if the race is on Saturday, I'll do like off on Monday, an easy day on Tuesday, like a tempo or a short sprint day on Wednesday, and then like an easy day on Thursday rather than like a tempo on Thursday, and then Friday off and Saturday race.
Nice.
So everything, and lately she's been doing. We started this season after my off season in middle end of January, beginning of February. We started with heart rate training. So I've
Uh,
been tracking, how much, where my max heart rate is, where my minimum's at, and all the different zones she has for me, as well as doing different pace groups for time wise.
uh, nice. Yeah, it's like you got like a nice little plan, so like you can set up and be successful. Because I know on your own, doing a plan on your own can be really hard, and or just go with the flow and just running whenever you feel like it is probably not the best idea. At least having a plan and a goal of something that you're gonna set probably helps you to stay motivated, stay focused, and have like know what you're gonna do the next day and the next week and the next month. So
Yeah,
you
like
know,
one of the best tools I always recommend to people, and it's easiest for me. Like obviously, I'm not a coach, and I've been trained as a coach, so usually I just pull up. It's a tool if you Google like Runner's World Smart Coach. You
yeah.
can actually go in there and adjust. Like you can put in like a previous race time, so it gives you kind of a calculation to base off of, and then you put in like when the race that you're training for is, how many miles a week you want to run, if you want the plan to be like easy, medium, hard, or very hard, and then and it'll give you like how many days when you want your long run to be. So they come up with a pretty interesting like training plans. That's the one I usually give out to people if they are like they just totally lost. If you're totally lost and you want to train for a 5K or even heck you want to train for a marathon. Like there's plans on there that you just put in the distance that you want to run, and it'll give you the paces. It'll give you like if you need to do a speed day, it'll give you what intervals you need to do for that speed day. So there's a lot. It's a real easy tool to use and real effective as well.
Yeah, that's the one that I used when last year and the year before on my off season from like January to like June or July. That's the one that I use. So like, because I'm not in season, I'm only in season August through like November, and so starting like January or February is usually when I'll set up that smart coach thing. Because it's something easy, it's free, and I can like regulate what it is. I mean, right now I don't have a training plan, but that's because I've been just going with the flow and just running every couple of days or every couple of weeks, depending on what's going on. But now I'll start to like pick it up in the next 3 months, and then I start my season in August. So, what about you, Keith?
I don't know. Keith ran 14 miles yesterday.
14 and a half.
How was that?
I don't use the training plan. Screw those things. They don't work.
80-20 rule, right?
What?
80-20 rule.
80-20 rule. Yeah, yesterday I went on a 14.5-mile run with this guy, Jeremy, I think his last name's Schaefer.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude was coming from South Carolina. Sorry, the smell is too good. So yeah, he's coming from South Carolina, so I met up with him yesterday for 14.5 miles. And we ran to the ocean, and then I got to take pictures of him, and then we went out to lunch afterwards. So pretty cool guy, really cool guy actually.
Yeah.
I think he's like 36 or 38 or something. You can just look. I guess he has like a Facebook fan page or something for his run. It was called like Really Big Run or something, or Really Long Run or something, I think. But yeah, he was doing it for like to raise money for mental illnesses and stuff. I guess when we were running, we were talking a whole lot. So I asked him why he's running. He's like I used to like be hyperactive in school and stuff, like ADHD probably. And then he said when he got out of high school, he became like bipolar and got really depressed and stuff. And then running helped him get out of get out of depression and break bipolar also. And he stopped taking medication when he started running. So this is kind of like his last will, like gung ho. I can run across the United States. So he used to be a pretty established ultramarathon runner also in England. He was telling me he was sponsored by like Solomon, probably back in the day a little bit. And he told me that one of his goals this year is to try to finish top 3 in the Vermont 100, which is where he's from. So he's still pretty.
I mean, you guys are going pretty fast from what I saw.
Well, yeah, but I think we were just feeding off each other, to be honest, because when I first met up with him, he was taking pictures of snails, and he told me that he was going to post online snail trails, and like we were supposed to. He texted one of his friends and told him that he was going to be there. Told her that he was going to be there at like 2, to the beach at like 2, and so I showed up and got with him at like 8:30, and we made it to the beach by 11:30. So we made pretty good pace.
Was there any other people running with you guys?
Yeah, we met up with another guy. His name is Jake. I don't know his last name, but he's Barefoot Jake. That's what he goes by.
Yeah.
So he's an ultra runner too. He met up with us with like 3 miles left. He thought we were going to be further back than we were too. So he kind of had to catch up with us. But he caught up, and he's pretty cool dude too. He kind of was the guy that was helped out Jeremy quite a bit about halfway through, like got him like places to eat, some places to stay. Also, funny story. When he was running through, I think New Mexico, he was running with um, like a running stroller, a jogging stroller, and he got
Uh-huh.
3 flat tires, like all within the span of a day. And so this other guy, Barefoot Jake, called a hardware store that was like 60 miles away from where Jeremy was, and I was like, "Hey, can you guys donate some tires to this guy?" And they're like, "Yeah, for sure. Like, we'll donate them." And then he's like, "Can you drive him down to me 60 miles away?" And they're like, and then the owner of the lady who owns the store was like, "No, I just had surgery. Like, I'm not able to drive 60 miles. Like, that's pretty far." And so he called. So Jake called the news group and the news company of that city, and was bragging about Jeremy and how good he was and this blah 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 and how he's running across the country. And he's like, "Yeah, don't you want to get a photo of him for an article?" And the like article writer was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, for sure." And he's like, "Well, he's 60 miles away from you, so in order to get pictures, you need to go pick up these tires from this hardware store and take them down to him, and then you can get as many pictures as you want." So needless to say, he got 3 tires.
So did he run with spares normally, or just never really felt like he needed
Uh,
them? I don't
I
know.
think after he popped those 3 tires, he went like about 100 miles away from where he was a Walmart, and so when he got into that town, he got, I think, like no flat tires or whatever, the rubber ones.
Yeah.
So he didn't ever change them. So
Okay.
only one wheel was with him the whole way. So I guess he changed out wheels or whatever. I don't know.
Uh,
That's crazy.
any other like stories you said talked about?
uh,
Um,
I mean, he said we had a long time to talk. So I know he talked about like where he stayed and stuff. I asked him where he stayed, and he's like, "Yeah, some nights I stayed at 5-star hotels for free." He's like, which was nice. He's like, other times, he's like, a few times I slept underneath the freeway, like overpass. And he's like, um, another a couple times I had to sleep underneath, like the gas station, like where the pumps are. He just slept underneath there, pitched his tent and stuff, and slept underneath there. So crazy guy. Um, he also said, he ran through cities where he's seen like where like drugs were really a factor, and other cities were really nice. Like he's like, it's amazing what you miss when you drive across the country, but when you run across the country, he's like, you get to see a lot more than what you usually used to.
mhm.
He said he was pulled over by cops 22 times. Um, so,
What? Or just whatever.
well, I guess some people reported him as running with a baby.
Yeah.
He had a jogging stroller. Um,
That's normal from what I've heard. I've talked to like a guy that's running across the United States before too. He said that's normal.
yeah. So other than that, I mean, he made it all one piece. He looked good when I picked him up.
How many days did it take him, or months?
He did it 5 months, so he started November 5th or 4th, I think, and finished yesterday. So
Uh,
he wanted to finish by his birthday, which is the 31st. So he he broke his goal. But I think his original goal was 3 months. That's
yeah.
what it says on his Facebook. But um, I think it changed a little bit because he got caught in the Texas winters and stuff and everything, which is funny because I was telling him that I probably drove real close by him because I was on the East Coast and I drove from the East Coast to the West Coast, probably almost the same route that he took. And then I also flew out to Texas in January, so I said we probably missed each other just by little bits every single time.
Yeah. There's another lady that's running across the United States. I think from the West Coast to the East Coast.
Yeah.
She's sponsoring or running for Team Red, White, and Blue. So
hmm Yeah, he was talking. Jeremy was talking about her
yeah.
on the run. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I got another friend that's about to, or that took off a little bit ago, or taking off soon. And he's like, she's starting from here and going back there. So
Yeah.
hopefully she does. Hopefully she makes it.
Oh yeah. No,
But
I think she's running through. I think she's running through Dallas, so I'll be able to go up and do the long drive up there.
yeah, it's definitely worth it. He was telling me. I asked him because I wanted to know. I was like, was there any time where you're just like, I want to quit. This is done. Like this is stupid. I've made it far enough. And he's like, yeah. In Texas, he's like, basically everything was just not going right. He's like, and when that happens, he's like, nothing was going my way, and he's like, and nothing was going like good at all. He's like, so I just like almost quit, and he's like, but I guess I'm glad I didn't. So,
Yep.
but yeah, if you get a chance to go out and run with somebody who's running across country, it definitely boosts their morale quite a bit. I mean, Jeremy didn't notice me when I parked, because I parked in a park, and he ran by and he stared me down, but I don't think he recognized me. So like, he was just kind of like lollygagging, like doing a little jog, but not laying no fast times, and then taking pictures of snails. So I caught up to him, and then he's like, oh, he's like, you're running with me, and then next thing you know, like, smile the rest of the day. Like I was like, this guy just ran like 3,000 miles and can lay these fast times like this. I was like, come on, you're crazy.
Yep.
Oh man.
He said he only went through like 2 pairs of Skora shoes though. That was it. He was on his second pair when he was in San Diego.
Wow.
He's like, these things are lifesavers, man. He's like, I think I got 800 miles on the first one, and he's like, I don't know how many I got on this pair, but he's like, these things are good.
Yep. You remember what shoe he had?
I think he was running in the form.
Yes, the leather ones.
Yeah, the leather ones. The blue pair or whatever, something.
Okay. What did he have with him in his cart or his stroller?
Yeah.
He had a 5-gallon water carton jug. And then he had his backpack, which had like, I don't know, snacks. He had Pop-Tarts in there. And his phone charger or like battery pack chargers.
Uh-huh.
His clothes. And then in another bag, I think he had like a sleeping bag or something, and some other clothes and shoes and stuff. And then on the very bottom, I think he had a tent and, I don't know, and a tarp. He had a tarp. When I first met up with him, he had a tarp covering all of his stuff because it was raining.
Okay.
But then he took it off during the day because it wasn't raining anymore. But yeah, he had everything.
It's like, that's pretty different than like, stories you read. Like most of the stories I've read are all people that are supported. So like,
Yeah. I was like, you don't have a crew with you or anything?
Yeah.
Probably the funniest thing. And so I met up with him, and we're like probably like five miles left to finish. And he's like, I was thinking about this. He's like, how are you going to get back to your car? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I thought about it, but I was like, honestly, it didn't really cross my mind. He's like, well, somebody there will take you back.
okay, I would have been like, how are you supposed to get back to your house? You know?
I asked him that, like, and he's like, somebody was nice and offered to buy me a plane ticket back home. And I was like,
That's gotta be the weirdest thing. Like, run for 5 months and then like be like, time to go back to real life.
well, I was like, dude, you ran through the Olympics and stuff. Like, I was like, did you watch any TV or anything? Like, do you even know what's on the news?
It's funny though that you don't hear anything about these people on the news though. Like I didn't hear anything about it until you shared about him. Like, but you think we're someone running across America is like, you know,
It happened more. It happened. I mean, it's not as often as we think, but it's like one of those. It's like one of those things where you have to like follow Runner's World or follow like local news really closely of these smaller cities.
yeah.
But
Definitely really cool guy though. Real good character. Like, and his running form and stuff reminds me of you. So, and he's got the calves the size of yours and everything. I was like,
it must work.
yeah, he must be doing something right.
Yep. Ugh.
I couldn't believe that guy, man. When you posted that he was in San Diego, I was like, what the heck? But
Yep.
it's crazy. He posted on Facebook once that he was like running in Humboldt, California, on like these like, and there was like cliffs on the right side, and they're like single like roads, and like he said those were like that was pretty sketchy when he was here. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Duh.
Well, like it'd be like running us running back to like the East Coast, running through cities we've never heard of before. Like you ain't gonna know which road to take. You're just gonna take the shortest route, and sometimes the shortest route ain't gonna be the best roads, and that's what he was probably doing. And
I don't even think he liked to use his GPS, to be honest. We would just run, and then like so we were on this road, and it basically a straight shot to the like ocean or to the Bay Area, and so we basically get to the dead end, and I was like, well, I know that the park you want to go to and the beach you want to go to, Imperial Beach, is down south, so we need to go that way. He's like, okay, so we just start like running that way. And so we run this way for a while, and we just keep on going, and then we met up with Jake, and he's like, and Jeremy's like, yeah, I'm just trying to get to Dunes Park, and he's like, okay, and he's like, he says it's over there somewhere, so we're just gonna keep on going. And Jake's like, here, let me pull it up on the Jeep, let me pull it up on my phone real quick and find out. I was like, you ran so far, you probably don't even care, like. An extra 3 miles here, extra 3 miles there, like.
Yep.
that's crazy.
Well, Joseph, ready to end it?
What's our time?
We got 6.5 or about 7 minutes left.
7 minutes left. Yeah, dude, we can go.
I mean,
What are you doing this weekend? What's your plan for this weekend?
this weekend, actually, this weekend should be fun. I do Saturday morning. It's just going to be, I think, 15 miles. I don't remember what the plan is for them though. Just 15 miles. I think some of them is hard and some of them is easy. And then Sunday we're running on a new trail. Well, I ran on it myself, so I reconned it a little bit. But it's It's like an old mountain bike trail that's here on Fort Hood, and it's not previously to our running group. Like no one's been allowed to run on it, but since we volunteered to like help maintain it a little bit and different stuff like that, the owner's letting us run on it, or the manager's letting us run on it. So it should be interesting on Sunday. It'll be a new trail for everybody and a lot more technical. Rocks and roots.
That's your style, man.
And tree branches above your head. Be the duck.
I need to get out on those trails more.
And then, so that's this weekend. Oh, and then hopefully we'll finish our painting, so I can show everyone our painting next week. We're painting the band or the Hill Country State Natural Area trail system on a black canvas.
Cool. Nice.
So that'll be. What about yours?
My
Running
plan-
plans?
My plan is to run. I ran today, so I'm gonna back after it, but I tend to just run one day and then I'll take a couple of days off. because I get lazy or whatever. I don't know. Relax this weekend from school and work and everything. That's what my plan is. Keith?
I'll probably do 6 miles one day, 7 miles the next day. I gotta start training for this 100-mile race. I gotta.
I gotta email them 'cause, they still haven't messaged me back on Facebook on when the Pacers can come in.
What?
They still haven't emailed me back when the Pacers allowed during the race.
Oh. Well, I think I'm gonna run 100. So I found my pacer though.
Yeah.
I'll see if maybe next week we can bring Jeremy on and see what he's up to.
Yeah.
Because I figured today he just got finished. He's probably chilling out, enjoying the San Diego weather before he goes back to Vermont where it's negative 20 degrees or negative 3 degrees or whatever. So
Yep.
next week he'll be settled in and I'm gonna bring him on.
Yeah, if you ever want to be on the show, go ahead and just comment down below or email one of us or contact us through Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and we can get you on the show and you guys can become famous like us. Not so famous. But yeah, so I think that's going to be it for tonight. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below and follow us on
Maybe you want to know what I ate today.
Facebook and Twitter. We want to do that?
Hell yeah, I want to tell people what I ate today.
Well, we're not going to eat it yet, then. Keith wants to tell you guys what he ate. Go ahead, Keith.
Today I ate 9 banana smoothie with strawberries for breakfast and a liter of water. For lunch I had 9 banana smoothie with strawberries. For dinner, this is post-workout right here. 1 honeydew melon. That's super ripe, real sweet. And probably tonight I'll have a celery stalk and maybe some banana ice cream.
Alex, what did you eat today?
Yeah, don't talk about.
Well, like I didn't get off work till midnight, and I ate.
Don't say it.
I ate Domino's yesterday. It's like the first time I had cheese in a while, long time.
Are you kidding me?
That's what happens when you're at work that late. You gotta eat to live, you know.
Oh my! So you're not vegan anymore? Then is what you're telling me?
Never was plant powered.
You restarted? I restart quite often. Don't worry.
There's no restart. It's a lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
Oh.
And then so for breakfast, well, before PT, I think I put down. I had like at least 1 date roll, so dates and coconut shavings.
You making yourself?
No, I'm lazy. I need to, cause Angel bought them for her. And we have plenty of dates to do it, so I need to make my own. And then, what do we have? What do I have? Once I got home, I had a smoothie with it was like 7 ounces of spinach, and then half a pint of blackberries, 2 cups of orange juice, like raw orange juice, and then I don't know, I think like 8 bananas or 9 bananas in there, some ice, and that was that. And then for lunch, I had apples. I don't know, they've still got too many left in the bowl, so not 8 apples, probably more like 6 apples for lunch. And then I got home, I had a date roll before my run this evening, and I got home and I put down 10 ounces of rice milk with some protein. So I get Garden of Life protein, put that in there, and then I get a 4-to-1 ratio, so I put like 1 scoop of Garden of Life protein, 5 tablespoons of coconut sugar, and then like a teaspoon of PB2 peanut butter powder, so it tastes a lot better. Rather than just like sugar taste, it tastes like chocolate peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my protein shake, and then I'm supposed to be having a smoothie as soon as I get done with this, of mangoes and bananas and orange juice. Or Tangelo juice, actually, but Tangelos just produce a lot more juice than oranges.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta get Tangelos. They just like, cause there's no like, the outside of it just peels off, and so like when you cut it in half, we just have like a just peel juicer, so you just like push it on that, ton more juice than an orange.
Oh.
What's the price difference?
The same?
More expensive?
No, they're the same, if not cheaper sometimes.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
But what about you, Joseph?
Today, I think I had like, I don't know, 8 to 10 bananas between breakfast, like between when I woke up and when I got home at like 4. And I also had 2 of these, like, they're called the Tropical Kickstarter from Jamba Juice. It's fresh squeezed orange juice with mango.
Mm-hmm.
And I had 48 ounces of that. And then I got home and I just made a banana strawberry smoothie. So, yeah, and I'll probably make another smoothie later or something. Eat a snack later. But. All right, does that wrap it up?
I guess.
All right, looks like we're wrapping it up. Don't forget to follow us down below, and we'll see you in the next video next week, next Thursday.
Yep.
Yep.
See you later.